Johnny Dollar.
Betty Lewis.
Huh? Oh, hi, honey.
Marry me?
Well, what's that?
I said, will you marry me?
Oh, just round up a preacher and I'll meet you at the church.
Serious, Johnny? Oh, I wish you were, you rascal.
Well, with you, Betty, I sometimes wish I could. No, wait a minute. Catch me still half asleep this way. Betty, why did I say you do it up at the crack of dawn?
What are you talking about? It's almost 8 o'clock.
Exactly what I said, the crack of dawn.
You just spoiled, Johnny, and... Well, I don't know whether to forgive you this time or not.
Uh-oh. Now what have I done?
My housewarming party.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. It took me 3 months of hard work to get my new little house fixed up out here. No visitors, no fun, no nothing
Betty.
to work. And then when I do invite you and you accept...
Betty, honest, listen. This is crazy business of mine.
Better be good, Johnny.
Well, I was out in Eugene, Oregon, and there was no way...
Eugene, Oregon?
Yeah, one of those last-minute things, insurance investigation. There was no way I could get out of it.
Honest?
Honest. I only got back late last night. But I'll make it up to you. I swear I will.
Well...
Let's see. Today is, What? Betty. Hello, Betty.
What's the matter, Johnny?
You're asking me, those gunshots.
And if I suddenly groaned and dropped the telephone, would you come running out here?
Are you kidding it? What?
Only I cannot tell a lie. That was just some hot rod kid with a cut-down convertible.
Oh, Backfire, huh?
Yes. Every morning at exactly 8 o'clock. You can set your watch by it.
Are you sure that's all it was?
Well, if you don't believe it, why don't you come over here and see for yourself? Tomorrow, maybe?
At 8 o'clock in the morning?
Sure. And, honey, I'll cook you the greatest breakfast you ever had.
Yeah, but...
Maybe even convince you that married life isn't such a bad idea after all.
On the strength of a platter of ham and eggs?
Tomorrow. Johnny.
Hey, look, why don't we go somewhere tonight? I'll take you out to dinner and...
No. If you're really sorry about missing the party, if you really do want to see me...
Well, sure I do.
All right, then. Tomorrow morning for breakfast.
Betty.
Bye, honey.
So, why not?
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Attention, Mr. Pat McCracken. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Backfire that Backfired matter. I know, Pat, you haven't assigned me to a case. I also know I hadn't the least idea that having breakfast with my best gal was to be only the beginning of an insurance investigation. That before it was over, I'd be lucky to get out of the whole mess alive. But believe me, that's the way it worked out. So if there's any question about your company paying this expense account, well, just read on. Okay, then. Expense account item 1, the following morning, that is, $4.25 for a tank full of gas for my car. By the unearthly hour of 7:40 a.m., I was on my way to far out beyond the edge of town to 11325 East Maple Drive and the newly acquired domicile of my date for breakfast, Betty Lewis. Now, I'm not used to this early morning stuff and was kind of surprised to find so much of the world wide awake. It was warm and pleasant, too early for the scorching summer sun. Front lawns of the rather nice homes in this section glistened with dew. The fields and trees were filled with millions of birds, all singing their heads off, with squirrels chattering away. Yep, real pleasant. Something I'd have to try again sometime. Betty's place, which I hadn't seen before, turned out to be a very cute one-story affair, coral roof and shutters to match. It was set comfortably in between a couple of somewhat larger homes. As for Betty, who stood there at the front door waiting for me, well, I don't know how she does it, but that ever-loving doll, even at this hour, looked as smart and attractive as any man could want.
I just can't believe it. And it's still a full 6 minutes before 8 o'clock. Hi, honey.
Yeah, so early in the morning?
You mind?
I do not. Come here, gal.
Oh, Johnny. Gee, what this morning air does to you. Come in, huh?
Said the spider to the fly?
Oh, sure. I make no bones about it.
Your neighbors used to seeing this sort of thing?
Oh, sure. I've been having strange men in for breakfast every day.
Uh-huh.
You know, just so the neighbors wouldn't be shocked when I finally dragged you into my trap. How do you like it, Johnny?
Oh, yeah. Hey, looks real nice, Benny.
Of course, if I had some nice guy to share it with. If you had any sense, you'd marry me, you know.
Yeah. And if I had any sense, I'd get out of this crazy business of mine. Then maybe I could settle down to something like a normal life. 9 to 5 in some air-conditioned office, a nice home to come home to, maybe raise a family.
Johnny, you know darn well you'd never be happy with that kind of a routine, humdrum existence.
Oh, no?
You know it as well as I do. And I guess a gal could get pretty miserable wondering where you are, if you're getting slugged or shot at, maybe dead somewhere. But we do have fun together.
And I'm all for it.
That is, when you're not standing me up for some glamorous redhead on an excuse you're working an insurance case.
Betty, so help me. On a stack of Bibles.
Oh, sure. But come on, or your eggs will be overcooked. Now, you sit right there when you can look out the window and drink your juice.
Yes, ma'am.
You really like my country estate?
Yeah. Hey, who lives in that big house across the road?
Oh, Mr. Barton J. Robinson. Used to be an attorney.
Robinson, sure. He's the one who prosecuted that big insurance fraud a few years ago for one of the companies I served.
See him there eating his breakfast?
Bachelor, isn't he?
Yes, he lives all alone.
I think I'd better warn him to stay away from you, that you're my property.
He's the most punctual man I've ever seen. If he isn't there when I'm eating my breakfast, I know I've overslept. Here, now. And if you want some toast...
Got it. Hey, Betty, I've been thinking.
Yes?
Well, maybe it's just my crazy criminal mind, but...
Thinking about what, Johnny?
About that. Holy smoke.
No, I've got so used to it morning after morning.
Two of them.
No, crazy kids.
You know who they are?
Oh, somebody had the police come out here a couple of mornings, but of course they didn't show up then. And I guess everybody else has just got used to them the way I have. Now, let's eat.
Funny, though.
What?
A crazy backfire. Once they get past here, they stop it.
Well, don't worry about it.
But I should have. I should have worried plenty about it. Perhaps if I'd been a mystery writer instead of insurance investigator who's used to solving mysteries after they've happened, well, I would have had sense enough to act right then, immediately. Or maybe... Yeah. Maybe there was still time. And you have no idea who those two are. The ones who go barreling by in that hot rod every morning?
Nobody could seem to find out, Johnny. And as I said...
Yeah, everybody's got used to the noise of that backfiring. But listen, Betty...
Why don't you eat your breakfast, Johnny?
You call them kids, but they aren't.
Honey, please. I thought we were just going to have breakfast and talk and sort of make up for lost time.
Yeah, I'm sorry for them. But now look.
Honestly, do you have to dream up a lot of mystery and intrigue about even the most normal things that happen?
They cut the backfiring just as soon as they got around that curve. 3CFU 160.
What?
The license on that car.
Oh, Johnny.
Hey, listen, honey, let me use your phone. Didn't I see one right here in the living room? Oh, yeah.
But why? And, Johnny, your breakfast will get cold.
Be right back. My phone call was to Jerry Wilson, who worked in the Department of Motor Vehicles. It took him a few minutes to dig into the files for me, but when he came back to the phone, his answer was short and to the point.
Sorry, Johnny, but you must have made a mistake.
You're sure about that?
Absolutely. But what happened? Why do you want to know?
Well, just curious, that's all.
Oh, now, Johnny, I know you better than that.
Back, Jerry, and thanks. Thanks a lot.
Now, Johnny...
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Oh, I guess you're right, Johnny. About driving a wife crazy, I mean.
I was right about that car.
What?
That license on it is a phony. There ain't no such number here in Connecticut.
All right, so a couple of kids didn't have enough money to buy a license.
I tell you, they aren't kids. Now that I've had a chance to think about it, I'd swear there was something familiar about the looks of the one beside the driver.
Oh, sure. Some nasty criminal you've tangled with and... Oh, Johnny, listen. This isn't why I asked you out here, to cook up some deep mystery.
Hey, Betty, this lawyer, this Barton Robinson, who lives in the big house across the road.
I don't care about him, Johnny. I care about you.
You say that every morning at this same time he's there beside that window eating his breakfast? The same time that car comes roaring by?
Yes. When he's here, that is. He was away for 5 or 6 weeks.
Until when?
He must have come back last night. This morning's the first time in 5 or 6.
And when did those hot rodders start coming around?
Oh, well, I guess it was about a week after Mr. Robinson went away.
Casing the joint, huh?
What? Johnny, for heaven's
Betty, listen to me. You probably won't forgive me for this.
Johnny.
Now, listen. Sometimes when I'm working on a
But you're
case...
not, dear.
Well, sometimes when I run out of leads, all I have to work on is a hunch.
3 months I've been
But
waiting.
strangely enough, the hunches usually pay
I
off.
wasn't going to tell you until
So
later.
maybe my hunch is right this
But I
time.
called the office and told them I wouldn't
Because
be in.
I got a real big fat one
I
about
thought
that
you
car.
could go somewhere, drive out in the country,
Oh, I'm
maybe.
sorry, honey. I really am
Like
sorry.
I said, kind of make up for lost
But
time.
I got to get on this thing, and right now.
Oh, Johnny, how can you do this
Look,
to
I'll
me?
pick you up tonight. We'll have dinner, taking a show, make a night of it, anything you want. I know that walking out on you this way's a dirty trick, and if you want to, you can just tell me to... Please, honey, tonight for sure.
Oh, sure, Johnny. You know what a pushover I am.
Thanks, hon. See you later. I set out to find that car, who owned it, and why the big backfire racket in that particular spot day after day. There was a purpose there, I was sure of it. Not just a couple of kids out on a tear. Besides, they weren't kids. I'd seen that for myself. Because of the way the car had taken the curve down the road, it left a very clear set of tire marks. So I started a careful inspection of driveways, even asked the people who lived along there what they knew about that car. And it took me most of the day. Expense account item 2, by the way, is $1.25 for a late afternoon lunch at a roadside tavern. It was there I finally got some information.
You want another bottle of beer, huh, Charlie? Okay.
I got one already.
Now, as I was saying, mister, I think I know the very car you mean.
Yeah?
At a 1941, tied down with straight pipes. Must have been a convertible before they throwed the top away. Makes a lot of noise.
You know who owns it? Where I can find it?
Well, I think I seen it take the cutoff one morning.
Cut off?
Yeah, when I was on my way to work here.
What cut off?
About a mile up the road to cut off over to Byerly's Swamp.
Good. Thanks a lot. Here's for the food.
Well, you interested in buying that old crate?
Something like that. The cutoff to Byerly's Swamp wasn't much more than a pair of wagon tracks through the woods. But the tire marks I was looking for stuck out like a sore thumb. And they finally led off to an old shack half hidden by a heavy thicket. Behind it, sure enough, was the car I'd been looking for. The windows of the shack were boarded up. No sign of life in it. Slowly and carefully, I circled the place. Then I walked over to the door, turned the knob, opened it. And you know something? I'd been awfully wrong about there being nobody around.
Okay, mister.
Oh, no, you...
Kill him! You asked for it. Clip him, Ringer, clip him! Yeah!
Oh.
All right, get some water, Gil. Bring him to. We'll find out what he's doing around here.
Let me go through his pockets, Ringer, see who he is.
Yeah, go ahead.
The one called Ringer was too big for me. So rather than take any more of it for the moment, I lay there and let them go through my pockets. And of course, they took my gun. When the little one, Gil, started pouring water not only on but into me, well, I had to come to. It choked to death.
Oh, give him the whole bucket.
Yeah, sure.
Johnny Dollar, huh? Insurance stick. No, don't try getting up on your feet.
You think I could if I wanted to?
Yeah, you really clipped him, Ringer.
Shut up. So the coppers have been after me since I got out of their clink, huh? But they couldn't find me, so they had to send you out. Is that it, Dollar?
What do you think?
I think you're going to be awful sorry. And awful dead. You think you or anybody else could keep me from knocking off that fancy mouthpiece after sending me up the way he did? Well, nobody's smart enough.
You're gonna knock him off, Ringer, huh? You're gonna kill him?
After we get that lawyer,
Well, why not now, huh?
anything goes wrong, I might need $1 for a hostage.
Oh, sure. Only what's a hostage?
Only nothing is gonna go wrong. I'm too smart for that.
Yeah, I guess you are at that, Ringer. That business of driving by his house every day, the Backfire.
That's right, so nobody worries about it no more.
And the Backfire will cover the shots when you murder Lawyer Robbins.
That's right. Nobody will even notice. And all it takes is one good shot through his window. Just a little hole in that window nobody will notice unless they go up and look at it.
An elaborate scheme like that just to show how smart you are?
No, because knowing I'm on the loose again, he has that house locked up like a bank vault. Not even Gil and me could get in without setting off an alarm. And he keeps the blinds down at night. Can't even see him in there.
But every morning at the same time, he's there at the window. So now that he's home, we get him. Tomorrow morning...
Shut up, Gil. Soak up some of that rawhide so we can tie him up and get out of here.
Yeah, sure, Ringer.
I want to get some food and some sleep. Then, Dollar, we'll be back to see you in the morning. And after we do, you won't see anything anywhere anymore.
Wet rawhide that shrinks when it dries, cuts into ankles and wrists like a steel band. By the time they finally left in their hot rod, the pain was excruciating. Sure, I could roll around a bit, maybe even out the door. What good was that? There was nobody ever came around this neck of the woods. So I lay there straining against the bonds, hoping they wouldn't cut off the circulation completely as the rawhide slowly, inexorably... Wait. It was raining hard. I rolled myself painfully out the door into a puddle in front of it. It seemed like hours. It was hours. It was long after daylight before the rawhide finally stretched enough for me to get a hand free and take off the rest of the thongs that bound me. I looked at my watch. 8:15, which meant they'd done their job. And yeah, now they'd come back here to... Then I heard it. The hot rod coming down the soggy wagon road. Quickly, I ducked back into the shack, waited behind the door.
So he wasn't there. We had the storm to cover us, too.
I don't get it, Ringer.
So he wasn't there. That window means somebody warned him. Means that Johnny Dollar warned him. That means we're taking care of Dollar right now.
Hey, no, wait. Listen,
What?
that car coming down the road.
Yeah, I see it. It's a girl that lives across the street from that mouthpiece.
What's she doing out here?
I don't know. If she pulls in here, we start shooting first and find out afterwards.
Hey, she is. Here she comes.
Look out! Shoot! Let her have it!
Yeah!
Oh, no, you don't, baby!
Dollar! I'll kill you! I'll blast you! Oh, no!
Betty.
Johnny, if I hadn't run into him, he would have killed me.
That's okay, honey. You did the right thing.
Johnny, when you didn't come last night, and this morning when the man at the roadhouse told me where he'd sent you to find that hot rod.
Honey, now.
So I told Mr. Robinson to stay away from his window, and I came as fast as... Oh, are you all right, honey? Are you all right?
Yeah, sure. A little wet and tired.
Johnny, I was so worried. I was so worried about you.
I'm sure glad you were. Thanks, honey.
Oh, do that again. That's the sweetest kiss.
Run over me. Try to kill me.
Shut up, Ringer.
You think I'm gonna...
Yeah. Oh.
Can't you see I'm busy?
Yes. More, Johnny.
It was Betty Lewis who really saved the life of that insurance attorney. So most of this expense account covers some well-earned entertainment, plus a little gift for her. No, not an engagement ring, but a big jug of my sin. But I must admit, she certainly makes me think about the merits of... Yeah. Expense account total $450 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week? Well, next week, the funniest combination of names I ever saw. And, brother, what trouble they cause. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Forrest Lewis, Barney Phillips, and Tom Holland. This is Jim Matthews speaking.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Bob Bailey as
Johnny Dollar.
You don't know me, Mr. Dollar, but you're going to.
Well, I can hardly wait.
You won't have to wait. I want you to meet me tonight.
Where?
On the waterfront. 9 o'clock. Yes?
It's dark down there at 9. It might be dangerous.
Are you scared?
Strange women always scare me. Where on the waterfront?
Pier 29.
That's where the Molly Kay was birthed before she sank.
Molly Kay was my mother. Meet me at 9?
I don't know. Blind dates never work out for me. I'm always sorry afterwards.
You won't be sorry this time.
Is that a promise?
That's a promise.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. From Special Investigator Johnny Dollar, present location San Francisco, to the Home Office, Marine and Maritime Casualty Limited, Hartford, Connecticut. Assignment, the Molly Kay matter. Expense account continued. Item 3, $4.65. Food. I needed it. It had been a rough day, rough from the standpoint of legwork. I'd covered most of the usual sources and usual angles, and for all I learned, I might as well have stayed in bed. The freighter Molly Kay had sailed out of San Francisco Harbor and gone down in the Pacific, and nobody wanted to talk about it. They were all too busy shaking in their boots and looking over their shoulders, scared to death. I was even beginning to look over my shoulder. Item 4, 70 cents, taxi to the Embarcadero. Sure, I kept that blind date. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. Here, keep the change. It was dark and lonely along the waterfront. The fog was down, drifting in off the bay, dimming the scattered streetlights with a damp haze and muffling the sounds of the city. Alcatraz, lost and hidden somewhere behind the murky, wet blanket, kept sounding its mournful warning across the water. And the night gulls seemed to cry out in answer to it. I crossed the siding tracks and headed toward Pier 29 and toward whatever was waiting for me there. Or whoever. The office and warehouse of the Brawley Shipping Company, owner of the Molly Kay, was about halfway out the pier. I'd been there earlier in the day and found it closed and locked. But there was a dim light burning there now. I headed toward it. Just about then, as I passed under the last wharf light and turned toward the office door, I started to get that old feeling. I'd had it before in other places. Once in the heart of an Orinoco jungle, in an alleyway in the Casbah of Algiers, one time in London Soho, and again in Suez. Somewhere, close by, hidden by the fog and shadows, there was somebody watching me. I stood listening, straining to hear some telltale sound in the darkness. Nothing. But there were a dozen hiding places within a radius of 50 feet, and I wasn't fool enough to start searching them, not knowing what I'd find. I turned to open the door to the Brawley office.
Get your hands up, Mac.
He'd been standing behind a post right beside the door.
Okay. Now, what are you prowling around here for?
I was restless, couldn't sleep, and I loved that foghorn. Wanted to get close to it.
Knock it off, wise guy. This is a gun in your back, not a peppermint stick.
Oh, don't say things like that. I faint easy.
One more smart crack at... Wait a minute. Turn around toward the light.
Sure. I'm always glad to oblige. Just sucker up. All right, come on, let go of it.
Stop it. You...
Let go of that gun.
You're gonna break my...
All right. Come on, get up, get up. Come on your feet.
Okay, Dollar. So they're right about you. You are tough.
Is that what they say?
I've heard it around.
Then how come you jumped me?
I didn't know it was you, not till you turned toward the light. Just saw somebody was prowling around the office here.
Who's there? What's going on?
It's all right, Ellen.
Dean, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Why, I just came down to do some work on the books and... Oh.
This is that insurance investigator, Johnny Dollar.
Yes, I know.
What do you mean you know?
I asked Mr. Dollar to meet me here tonight.
Why? What are you up to?
Nothing. I wanted to talk to him, that's all.
Down here alone, huh? At this time of night?
Dean, suppose we talk about it tomorrow.
Okay. That's the way you feel.
It's not a matter of how... We'll discuss it tomorrow.
All right. Oh, the gun, Dollar. Do I get it back?
Oh, sure. Here you are. Don't let anybody take it away from you now.
Don't worry. They won't.
I'll see you tomorrow, Dean.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Come in, Mr. Dollar.
I followed her into a suite of offices that were a lot plusher on the inside than they were on the outs. Mahogany paneling, leather chairs, rugs, sofa, an open fire burning. Small, but cozy, like the girl herself. So we talked. The weather, the fog, the weather yesterday, how we like San Francisco, sparring-type talk. Then finally came the tip-off that we were going to get down to business.
Would you like a drink, Mr. Dollar?
I poured scotch for both of us, and the clink of ice served as opening bell for the first round.
Mr. Dollar sounds so oddly formal. Do you mind if I call you Johnny?
Johnny it is. And you?
Ellen Brawley. I guess I am a little slow in introducing myself. But it upset me. Dean being out there, I mean. And acting the way he did.
You're Captain Brawley's daughter.
Yes. As I told you on the phone, Molly Kay was my mother's name. Father thought the world of her. It broke his heart when she died. Later, he named his ship after her.
And now the ship is gone, too.
Yes.
Ellen, what about this man you call Dean? How does he figure in this?
Dean Sutton, he's an exporter. I've known him for some time. He's not usually the way he was tonight.
Jealousy always makes a difference.
Jealousy?
Sure, it's stuck out all over him.
He just does business with my father. It was his cargo that sank with the Molly Kay. Grain, bound for Japan.
Oh, I see.
I've gone out with him quite a lot, but he takes far too much for granted. I'm a free agent, Johnny. I call my own shots.
Yeah, I guess you do. So tonight you call me.
I heard about the hearing. How you questioned my father. Accused him of sinking his own ship to collect the insurance.
I didn't accuse him.
It amounted to that, didn't it?
I said I was sure somebody had done it. He put the shoe on his own foot before I even had it out of the box.
What makes you so sure?
Oh, a lot of little things that don't add up.
What little things don't add up, Johnny?
Oh, this and that. Did you know your father put a heavy mortgage on the Molly Kay 7 months ago?
How did you find out?
Bureau of Records, Maritime Division. Know when the mortgage comes due?
Next month. He had to install new boilers. That's why he did it. And he'd have been able to pay it off after this last voyage.
He'd also be able to pay it off after he collected the insurance and have a lot left over.
You're wrong. You don't know my father.
No, I don't. Do you know who holds that mortgage?
A woman named Lu Tang.
That's right. Better known as Shanghai Lu. She owns a nightclub up in Chinatown. Quite a girl.
You know her?
Very well. All right, Ellen, let's quit circling around and get to the point. What's on your mind?
I don't know. Nothing, really, I guess. I just wanted to tell you that you're wrong. About my father, I mean. If the Molly Kay was sunk deliberately, he had no part in it.
I'll make a note of that, even though your opinion may be a little bit prejudiced. Well...
Are you leaving?
Might be a good idea, don't you think?
Wait. Johnny?
Yeah?
I was sort of hoping we'd be friends, maybe.
Oh, I feel very friendly toward you.
Do you, Johnny? As much as this. That much, Johnny?
That's pretty friendly.
I told you.
I call my own shots.
I know. But you didn't tell me you're engaged to Dean Sutton. I found that out from a newspaper
It
file.
was all a mistake. It was his idea. And
I thought you always called your own shots.
Don't go, Johnny. I promised you on the phone that if you came, you wouldn't be sorry.
I'm not. Good night, Ellen. Outside on the pier, the fog was thicker than ever. The wharf lights were dim glows in the swirl of mist, and sounds, even close ones, were muffled and hollow. I couldn't figure Ellen Brawley, at least not completely, where she stood in this and the reason for the pitch she'd made. I left the pier and turned west along the Embarcadero.
Mr. Dollar?
Huh?
Over here. Get out of the light. Evening, sir.
You're out late, Mr. Hawkins.
Well, I was waiting around. I kind of wanted to talk to you. I saw you come in the taxicab earlier.
All right, let's talk.
I hope you don't hold it against me, jumping up in the hearing room that way, but I was scared.
Scared of what, Mr. Hawkins?
I don't rightly know. That's the trouble. But there's something strange going on, Mr. Dollar. And it ain't safe for a man to let on he notices. The whole crew feels the same way. That's why they ain't talking about it.
About what?
Things that's happened. Things that ain't been brought out yet. And I wouldn't be talking neither if Bill Mack hadn't been a mighty good friend of mine.
Bill Mack. He was one of the 2 men who went down with the ship.
That he did. May he rest in peace. But you're wrong, Mr. Dollar. There wasn't 2 men. Bill was the only one.
What?
That Chinese steward, Benny Wong, he didn't drown. He was in that lifeboat that got to shore.
Then the men in the boat knew it. Why didn't they say so?
Well, they was scared to. He disappeared later, and they was all scared to say anything. I don't know what's happened to him since...
Here, back of this wall. Keep your head down. I crouched behind the concrete tide wall, my gun drawn, and peered into the darkness, trying to catch some sign of movement behind the blanket of fog, listening for some faint sound that might be the giveaway. Nothing. And to go hunting in those shadows against somebody who knew the waterfront would be about as healthy as stepping out in front of a truck.
I gotta get out of here, Mr. Dollar. I gotta get away from here.
Hawkins, wait!
I ain't doing any more talking. And it won't do you no good to ask. They know every move a man makes. I got nothing more to say. All I want is to stay alive.
So that was that. Fear again. He was scared to death. And I couldn't very well blame him. That shot had come close. But there was one thing Hawkins hadn't thought of. I had. And I didn't like the thought. That bullet might not have been meant for him. It could have been aimed at me.
Now, here's our star, Bob Bailey, to tell you about tomorrow's episode of this story.
Thanks. Tomorrow night we find out that a dead man can tell a tale. It all depends on how he died. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by Les Crutchfield, the entire production is under the direction of Jack Johnstone. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking. From Hollywood, it's time now for Bob Bailey as
Johnny Dollar. I told you, that's my name. What do you want, an affidavit?
I've got to be sure.
Look, you've got me out here in the middle of the jungle with a gun in my back.
Don't turn around.
And I can't even see you. You think I'd be kidding you at a time like this?
Any move at all, and it'll be your last.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Santo Tomas, Mexico. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. To the Home Office, Northeastern Fidelity and Bonding, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an account of additional expenses during my investigation of the Alvin Summers embezzlement of $75,000. Item 12, 2 cents. Just what I figured my life was worth at the moment. Gloria Harris had taken me down the beach and into the jungle to show me the hut where Alvin Summers had been hiding out. There was no sign of him. But I heard a noise outside in the underbrush and went out to investigate. I didn't see a thing, but I felt something. A gun barrel pressing against the back of my neck.
I want to talk to you, Dollar.
Well, you've got a quaint way of arranging a conversation, believe me. I could do better if you'd take away that gun.
Johnny.
Don't answer.
Who's answering?
Johnny?
Wait.
Well?
Be in your hotel room in exactly 1 hour.
Look, what's this all about?
You're looking for Alvin Summers, aren't you?
Oh, am I?
Johnny, where are you?
I've got some information about him for you.
Let's have it now.
Not now. I've got to talk to you alone. Be in your hotel room in town in an hour, understand?
Look.
Do as I say, and be sure you're alone. Alone.
Okay.
Now, just keep looking straight ahead. Don't turn around, and don't tell anyone about this. Anyone. Understand?
You make it pretty clear.
I'll be watching you, Dollar. You won't see me, but I'll see you.
I can believe it, mister.
Johnny, please. Johnny, where... Oh, here you are.
Yeah, here I am.
Why didn't you answer me?
I came out here looking for a guy, remember? How am I going to find him if I start shouting at you?
But I got worried when you didn't come back to the hut.
Yeah.
That noise you heard outside, did you see anything?
No, I didn't see a thing.
Johnny, didn't you find anything to give you a lead on where Summers might be?
I don't know.
But you said if I helped you find him, you'd see what you could do about getting me a passport back to the States.
Yeah, sure. Come on, let's get out of here.
It suits me fine. This place gives me the creeps, all these trees and vines. Broad daylight, but you can't see a thing.
I know.
My imagination's still working overtime. I've got that feeling we're being watched again. Funny, isn't it?
Yeah, real funny. We kept on toward the beach. Gloria was fidgeting because she thought somebody was watching us. I was fidgeting because I knew somebody was. And I had a strong hunch he was the man whose long-distance phone call to the States brought me down to Mexico in the first place. We got back to the beach. I took Gloria up to her hotel and went down to mine in town. As I crossed the lobby toward the stairway to the second floor, out popped a familiar face.
Hello, friend.
Oh, Carson. Lieutenant Gomez let you out of jail, huh?
Oh, now let's get one thing straight, friend. I never was actually in jail.
Well, you're lucky. I've seen the jail.
Huh? Oh, well, I just had to pay a fine, and that judge they got in this burg read me the riot act, but then they let me go.
Well, good. So now it's back to selling zippers, huh?
Sure is, and I'm behind schedule, too. Checking out right now, as a matter of fact. A lot of territory to cover. Like I always say, half
the world's waiting to get zipped up. Yeah, you told me.
Oh, I did? Say, Dollar, I'd like you to do me a favor.
Oh?
That little trouble I got into last night up at the Playa del Mar Hotel, I'd sure appreciate it if you'd keep quiet about it when you get back to the States.
You mean you don't want anybody to know you got plastered, grabbed a serape, and did the fandango?
Now, Dollar.
Broke a guitar over the musician's head?
Now, can't we just forget about that?
Believe me, I had until you reminded me. Now, Carson, I'm reasonably sure we don't know the same people and won't be seeing each other again. I'd say the secret of your lurid past was pretty safe.
Well, I sure hope so, friend. But about not seeing each other in the States, I was planning on looking you up.
Goody.
Yes, sir, I got a deal for you.
Sorry, but I have all the zippers I can use at the moment.
No, that's not what I mean, friend. I've been trying to get you into a cribbage game, remember?
How can I forget?
Well, instead, I'm going to look you up in the States and let you teach me to play gin rummy.
How could I be so lucky? Oh, sorry. I think that's my phone. So long, Carson.
I'll sure look you up back in the good old USA, friend.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Keep your hands on the table.
What? Oh, my shadow again.
Anybody follow you?
Not that I know of. You're early.
I know. And I searched your room.
That's become an old Santa Tomas custom.
To make sure you really were Johnny Dollar.
So now you know. What about it?
You can turn around.
Oh, no. Maybe you'll tell me what... Wait a minute. A decent shave, and you'd match that photo I have in my suitcase. Alvin Summers.
Yeah. I'm Alvin Summers.
I don't get it. I had you figured for the man who made that long-distance call to the States that tipped me off to come down here.
You're right about that, too.
You put the finger on yourself?
If you want to call it that.
Well, what happened? Your deal go sour on you, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sit down. Take it easy. Tell me about it. I'll turn on the overhead fan. Pretty stuffy in here.
Dollar, that phone call you got just now.
Hung up. Clerk downstairs must have rung the wrong room.
Or somebody was checking to see if you were here.
Could be. Okay, suppose you start from the top.
What was that?
Relax.
What are you...
Just one of the charming features of this room. You turn on that big overhead fan, it slams the balcony door.
Oh, well, turn it off, will you? I'm kind of edgy.
Yeah, sure.
You asked me if my deal had gone sour. It went very sour. Oh, I had it all figured out. I was planning it for a year. I was going to embezzle the $75,000 and really live big.
Yeah.
Instead of that, I spent all my time hiding. Mexico City, Cuernavaca, Tampico, you name it, I was there. Always undercover, always hiding. Did you ever spend much time hiding, Dollar?
No, not much.
Oh, it's a great life. Great. Every time somebody looks at you on the street, you're sure he's after you, tailing you. You wake up in the middle of the night, you see a shadow outside. Turns out to be just a bush, but you spend the rest of the night sweating. Finally, I just couldn't take it anymore. The rest of my life that way.
You know, Summers, a lot of guys figure that out before it's too late. Too bad you didn't.
Yeah. So, finally, I phoned the bonding company, long distance. I knew they'd send an investigator. They sent you. I thought if I could talk to someone like you, see what could be done.
There's only one thing can be done at this point, Summers. Come back with me to the States. Bring back what's left of the money.
$60,000.
That'll help. But you know there can't be any deal.
Yeah, I guess I always knew that. Here, take the gun.
Thanks. Now, what about the money?
It's in a safe deposit box in Mexico City. Here. Here's the key.
One thing I don't get, though, Summers.
Yeah?
You wanted me to contact, but you were sure playing hard to find.
Well, I had to be careful. I got a look at you the first day you arrived. I wasn't sure you were the one, so I decided to come to your room that night, but then I saw somebody else coming here, so I gave up.
Who was it?
The bellboy.
Benito? Hey, that'd be just before he got knifed.
Oh, no. I wasn't the one who killed him, Dollar. I'm no killer. Just the fool who runs away with somebody else's money, remember? Anyway, I didn't have another chance to get to you till today. I had to keep undercover so they wouldn't find me.
Wait a minute. Who's they?
The man who arranged for me to come down here and the girl who was going to make it all worthwhile.
The girl... Summers, don't...
Me, Johnny.
Gloria.
Hello, baby. Here, let me...
Leave the gun right where it is, Johnny. Put that safe deposit key on the table.
I guess you're calling them.
Thanks.
And it all adds up. You found out Summers here was planning to turn himself in. You didn't want that money to slip through your fingers. But Summers disappeared from his hideout. You couldn't find him, so you figured you'd let me find him for you.
That's right. And it worked. And you're so right about that money. You think I'd give it up now?
Gloria.
Keep out of it, Alvin. If you want to go back and be a Boy Scout, that's your business. The money stays with me. Johnny.
Yeah?
This doesn't have to be the end of it for us.
Oh. So now we get the pitch about making beautiful music, huh?
I'm not kidding, Johnny. 60,000's a lot of money.
You know, you put on quite an act. Maybe I believed a little bit of it. But if I did, I quit the moment you walked through that door just now.
Okay, Johnny, that's enough. I thought maybe you'd be smart, but if you won't, you leave me no choice.
No, Gloria, don't. Gloria! The balcony. Out on the balcony.
Hold it!
Carson.
Stay right where you are, friend.
Oh, shut up. She's dead.
She crossed me.
You and she were working against each other. She wanted me to lead her to Summers. You wanted to find him yourself.
That's right. And Summers, you took a lot of finding.
That's why you killed Benito the bellboy, to shut his mouth. Then you went up to the big hotel and clowned around so you'd get arrested and that way set up an alibi for the evening.
I was pretty proud of that little idea, Dollar. And it's all worked out just the way I wanted it. You see, right from the start,
Carson was holding all the trumps. They were made out of lead, and I knew he was going to start dealing them any second. Then I remembered the overhead fan. The switch was right next to my elbow. The balcony door was open, and Carson had his back to it.
What are you doing?
Just turning on the fan. I need some air. Can you blame me?
Yeah. You're sweating, aren't you, Dollar? What's the matter? You losing your nerve? Well, it really doesn't matter. What the...
The door slammed. Carlson whirled, and I knocked the lamp off the table. By the time I hit the floor, my gun was out. I picked up the lamp and lit it again. Summers was crouched in a corner. Across the room, sitting on the floor, was Carson, staring stupidly down at the red bullet hole in his side. I picked his gun up off the floor.
Dollar!
Summers, call the police station. Lieutenant Gomez.
Yeah, all right.
Help me, Dollar. It hurts.
Yeah, it hurts. But not as much as it hurt Benito and Gloria. You finally got me into a game, didn't you, friend? And you lost. Expense account item 13. Double the amount of item 1. $440. Transportation back to the States for Alvin Summers and me. And you know, I turned him over to the authorities as soon as we got back. That's the way he wanted it. Gloria? Well, once in a while I get to wondering if she really meant some of the things she told me. Not that it matters. Conclusion of report. Expense account total $923. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Remember, please, there'll be a new exciting story on Johnny Dollar beginning next Monday.
Next week, the Valentine matter. And believe me, it's not the kind of Valentine you'd wish on even your worst enemy. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by Robert Reif. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in this week's cast were Virginia Gregg, Marvin Miller, Don Diamond, Tony Barrett, and Parley Bear. Be sure to join us on Monday night, same time and station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.